I'm live with my tiny hands. See these? Tiny hands. Tiny hands. Yeah, these are usually meant for long sleeves, but they're slick. Just little plastic things. They kind of look almost real. But yeah, it's really creepy if you come up behind somebody and tap on the shoulder with it. I use this here. They're the original tiny hands. Tiny guys. Anyway, so that's that. Leading off with this, they were at work, and I found them in the shelf. I was cleaning my desk, and here they are, tiny hands. Great for family get-togethers, first dates. Give it a shot. Tiny hands. So by comparison, it's little tiny things. Anyway, that's pretty cool. So anyway, hi, I'm David. Nice to meet you. Like, subscribe, share, comment, etc. That'd be great. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Follow me on Facebook at DavidSkobs and on Twitter and on Instagram as well. So new content every day, and away we go with the further discussion of things. As you may have seen in my brief and late preview to tonight, I've got two more things other than these little hands on the docket for tonight. One thing I didn't mention in my little teaser a few minutes back was I cut up that star fruit that I talked about in my last episode 5. This is number 6. So I've got more stuff I rambled about earlier. And I had that star fruit on Saturday. I don't know, it didn't taste good. If you like star fruit, sorry, but I didn't enjoy it. It was the texture. It seemed kind of like I was eating like a frozen piece of pineapple or something. I don't know, it just didn't seem right. Maybe I had a bad one. If anybody has any recommendations for other exotic fruits, I tried dragon fruit, wasn't impressed. And then star fruit, and what else is there? I thought about passion fruit, maybe the next one. So any suggestions, and I will give it my review for what it's worth. So moving on, we're going to talk a little bit of Scotch whiskey now. So I got this thing here, as you can tell by the top of it. You may have seen the label already, but it is, it's a washout. It's Belvini. This is a special edition, I guess, of it. The Sweet Toast of American Oak. It's their 12-year aged, so it's just their standard 12-year, I guess. And then it is matured further in a cask of American oak. So they actually source, this is from Scotland, and they source the barrels from Kentucky. So there's a distillery in Kentucky that only uses the white, I think it's white oak. It's American oak, but I think it's white oak. I read the label and everything, I forget. Yeah, American oak barrels. So it's put through that. So it smells a little sweeter. I haven't tasted it yet, but I imagine it, like the rest of the Belvini line, I'd imagine it's nice. It's supposed to be a little sweeter, a little more smooth, some notes of fruit. I read all the description, but I forget what it was. At any rate, we'll review this at some other time. That will be added to the line of, I've got a 12-year, the 14-year Caribbean cask, a 15-year single barrel, 17-year double barrel, I believe it is, and then a 21-year Belvini, and then there's that one. And there's a few other ones they offer. They also offer a 15-year single barrel that I haven't yet tried because it's a little pricier. And then they have a couple other versions that are things like 1529. Haven't tried that. And then they go up to a 25-year and a 30-year. And obviously, once you get into the 25 and 30-year, you're talking anywhere from $500 to over $1,000 for the 30-year. So that is a little pricey. And one day, maybe I'll have a dram. So with that, moving right along, we're at the almost 6-minute mark, which is about my average. We're going to keep things rolling along to keep your interest peaked. And the last thing I'm going to talk about tonight is a book that I just picked up over the weekend. I started on this journey with this whole idea of video blogging and podcasting and all these things after discovering Gary Vaynerchuk a while back. And if you've never heard of him, he does a lot of speaking, entrepreneur type stuff. He runs a media company out of New York, New Jersey. VaynerMedia, they do sports. VaynerX, they do a bunch of stuff. So he's all over the place. He's actually going to be in Minneapolis this weekend because the Wilf family, who owns the Vikings, have invested in esports. So they have an esports team that will be playing Call of Duty, and Gary is one of the investors in the Minnesota group for Call of Duty esports. And so I've been watching a lot of his content on YouTube and follow on Instagram and Twitter and all the like. He's a bit more colorful in his approach than I am. And so I've been looking, and I know I'm behind the curve because this book's been out for a while. Crush It. It's his first book and how he built up his family's wine business, and basically just how he got his start in entrepreneurship. And the guy hustles. I don't know how he does it, man. He probably doesn't sleep. So I just read the foreword of this. Gonna get going on it, and as you can see, it's not a big book, so it shouldn't take too long to read. But that is that, and kind of getting things going here. As you can tell, I'm pretty fresh at the whole YouTube scene. So with that, look forward to seeing you next time. Next time, I already have a few things in store. We have a lunch pail and a little thermos mug to talk about next time, among other things. So I hope to see you for episode 7. Thanks a lot. Have a nice night. And I'm going to click the end stream now. Bye. See ya.